Walid's last days, a teenager's death in Israeli custody. A life extinguished too soon. The death of Walid Khalid Ahmad, a 17-year-old Palestinian boy, raises disturbing questions about the treatment of minors within the Israeli prison system. His story demands scrutiny and accountability. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Walid Khalid Ahmad, a 17-year-old Palestinian boy, died in an Israeli prison. The autopsy report cited likely prolonged malnutrition as the cause of death. This tragic event marks a grim milestone. His death is the first of a minor in Israeli custody since the escalation of the conflict in October 2023. It is also the first such death since 1967. The implications are profound and deeply troubling. Walid was arrested on September 30, 2023. The arrest occurred at his home in Silwad, located in the West Bank. The circumstances surrounding his arrest are disputed. Israeli authorities allege that Walid threw stones and Molotov cocktails. These are serious accusations. However, his family vehemently denies these claims. The family maintains his innocence. They also report that court hearings were repeatedly delayed. This further complicates the pursuit of justice. An autopsy was conducted at the Abu Kabir Forensic Institute in Tel Aviv. The findings paint a disturbing picture of Walid's final months. The report details severe physical deterioration. Key indicators included severe weight loss and muscle loss. He was found to be in a cachectic state. This indicates extreme malnutrition and wasting of the body. The autopsy revealed a loss of muscle mass at the temples. There was also a sunken appearance at the abdomen. The report noted an almost absent muscle mass or subcutaneous fat on his trunk and extremities. The autopsy concluded that inadequate food intake was a significant contributing factor. This likely began at least as early as December 2024. This malnutrition increased his risk of infectious complications. Walid's father, Khalid, recounts the details of the arrest. He describes a 3:30 a.m. raid on their home. The family was left in shock and disbelief. Court hearings were conducted remotely via video conference. This added to the family's frustration and sense of helplessness. They struggled to understand the proceedings. The family was informed of Walid's death on March 24th. This was 2 days after he had already passed away. The cause of death was confirmed by a medical team. Khalid testified that Walid was a healthy athlete before his detention. He believes his son's death was a direct result of mistreatment in custody. He described Walid as a young man with great values. The events that transpired were unexpected and devastating. The Israeli prison service stated that their medical team responded to Ahmad's condition. They also claim that an investigation is currently underway. The details of this investigation remain unclear. Palestinian organizations have strongly condemned Ahmad's death. The Palestinian Prisoners Society, PPS, and the Commission of Detainees Affairs have spoken out. They cite this case as evidence of abuse against Palestinian detainees, including children. These organizations highlight the increased number of arrests in the West Bank. Since the start of the conflict, approximately 15,700 arrests have been made. This raises serious concerns about due process and human rights. At least 63 Palestinians have died in Israeli detention since the start of the latest conflict. This includes at least 40 individuals from Gaza. These numbers paint a grim picture of the conditions within these facilities. Israeli authorities continue to hold Ahmad's body. This practice adds further pain and anguish to the family's grief. It also raises ethical questions about the treatment of the deceased. The withholding of bodies is a controversial practice. It is often seen as a form of collective punishment. It denies families the right to properly mourn and bury their loved ones. The circumstances surrounding Walid's death demand a thorough and impartial investigation. Accountability is essential to prevent future tragedies. The international community must demand transparency and justice. The death of Walid Khalid Ahmad is not just a statistic. It is a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. It underscores the urgent need to protect the rights of all detainees, especially children. We must remember Walid. We must honor his memory by fighting for justice and accountability. His story must serve as a catalyst for change. The systemic issues that contributed to Walid's death must be addressed. This includes ensuring adequate medical care and nutrition for all detainees. It also requires independent oversight of detention facilities. The international community has a responsibility to hold those responsible accountable. This includes investigating allegations of abuse and mistreatment. It also means ensuring that international law is upheld. Walid's death is a tragedy that should never have happened. It is a stain on the conscience of the world. We must work together to prevent such tragedies from occurring again. The fight for justice for Walid is a fight for the rights of all children. It is a fight for human dignity. It is a fight for a future where no child dies in custody due to neglect and mistreatment. Let us not forget Walid Khalid Ahmad. Let his memory inspire us to action. Let us demand justice and accountability. The world is watching. The time for action is now. We must stand in solidarity with Walid's family and all those who seek justice. This is not just a Palestinian issue. It is a human rights issue. It affects us all. We must all do our part to ensure that such tragedies never happen again. The death of Walid Khalid Ahmad is a call to action. Let us answer that call with courage and determination. Let us work together to create a world where all children are safe and protected. Walid's story is a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict and the urgent need for accountability. His death demands more than just our attention. It demands our action. We urge you to contact your elected officials and demand a thorough, independent investigation into the circumstances surrounding Walid's death. Support organizations like the Palestinian Prisoner Society and the Commission of Detainees Affairs, who are working tirelessly to advocate for the rights of Palestinian detainees. Share Walid's story widely to raise awareness and ensure that his death is not in vain. Let us work together to ensure that no other child suffers the same fate.